It's nice when you can enchant things for people to keep, like Brother's bow, my winter warmers. It's a nice little touch. So that was what Elwynn did over these past few days, and that is why when we started today's session he was in Whiterun, because he'd been selling some loot and enchanting some items. And now we're ready to start today's session proper, I suppose, in a certain respect. So why are we going to Iverstead? Well, you should figure it out by now, surely. Poor Temba Wydans must be absolutely beside herself waiting for these bear pelts. And so whilst I was at Whiterun, not too far away from Iverstead, I decided that it's about time we popped in and said to Temba, you know what? I have what you're looking for. Is he going to make a song and dance about something here? One of the new spells that I've got is Wall. Wall of Flames, Wall of Frost, or Wall of Storms. So I think it's about time we maybe dabbled a little bit with some of our new spells. Greetings, trolley! Like it? Bit of a burn, eh? Burn, baby, burn! Get away from me! Woo! It's like an upgraded version of Flames, the very first spell you get, and it also leaves a nice trail of fire in its path. I think it's quite the destruction, eh? Quite the devastation. Just set the place on fire. I hear Nernroot. Okay, thank you. But as you just saw, not very mana efficient. Took down my whole pool of magicka just in killing one troll, which isn't the best, as I say, isn't the best conversion rate, but it's a start. So we have the wall, we have, as I said, we also had Icy Spike, Icy Spear, Incinerate and Thunderbolt, which are upgrades to Firebolt and Ice Spike. But again, if you dual cast one of those, it pretty much takes the entirety of your magicka pool. Really not magicka efficient right now. But I'm yet to try Invisibility, I'm yet to try Paralyze, I'm yet to try some of these other things. We've obviously just also sampled recently Storm Atronach. There's also the Dremora Lord. We can already suffer a Dremora from our Sanguine Rose, but now we can also cast a spell to do it as well, should we choose to do so. Right, here we are. The inn is up here, and hopefully Temba will be inside and we can give her these cave bear pelts and be done with this quest which we picked up so long ago. Temba! Where art thou, Temba? Ah, hello!
These damn bears are driving me crazy!
Oh, I'm not surprised. You've waited about 3 months for these things, but here I have you some bear pelts. 10 of them, as per your wishes.
Nice to finally meet someone who can follow simple instructions. Here's your reward, as promised. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to work.
No problem. You crack on, love. Steel War Axe of Shocks. I wasn't expecting a miracle or a massively lucrative item, because I got this quest right at the very start, so yeah.
You get a chance. Kill a few more bears for me, will you?
I think I'll give bears a wide berth for now. Get it? Wide arms, wide berth. Yeah, pretty poor.
What do you need?
Relina, I want you to sit. Sit and chill out.
Okay, got it.
I shall return soon.
You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
Have I? Oh yes, Klimek. I took those supplies up to the High Rothgar, didn't I?
I suppose it's...
Okay, so there's one more quest in this vicinity, if you remember rightly, and it was to investigate Shroud Hearth Barrow. Something about ghostly apparitions spooking the locals. Now we have a fair few new spells. Yes, not quite magicka efficient, but nonetheless there for us to experiment with. And For so long we have been walking around with Brelina by our side, helping us out at every corner. In fact, if it weren't for her, we'd probably be dead. So, I'm not saying that we don't appreciate her services. However, I think it's Elwynn's is after sitting down and studying and thinking things through, I think he just wants, maybe on a few occasions, every so often, just to put his skills into practice properly. And go solo, so that he can't run behind Brelina, although he's only doing it to preserve his own life, of course. But just to challenge himself. Can he handle it on his own, or is he really just that hopeless? So, what a place to start. Shroud Hearth Barrow doesn't seem particularly menacing. Just a way for him to test his survivability, to test if he's able to survive on his own. As an archmage, I mean, for goodness sake, archmage of the College of Winter, you should have no problems surviving most encounters. Yeah, I'm only. Elwynn is only human. He's only, he's. It's not as if he's a mage with 50 years' experience. Archmage is just a title, just a position. He's still only Elwynn at the end of the day, but he would like to be able to prove to himself. He doesn't care about other people's opinions, but he would just like to prove to himself that he does have the skill to at least get by should things go horribly wrong and he, for instance, Brelina fell in battle. He wouldn't be stranded left crying like a little schoolgirl. He is capable of managing on his own. He has his summoned friends. He could raise his minions. I'm sure he'll survive, but we'll just find out, won't we? So we'll investigate this place single-handedly and see if we come out alive. So here we go. So we have a couple of new spells. Rout is one. It's like a fear spell, an increased fear spell. Pacify is like an increased calming spell. But we also have invisibility, let's not forget. Invisibility coupled with muffle, perhaps, to sneak through. What about if we bound a bow and sneak? Put an arrow in the back of our enemies' heads. I'm just going to set that up. Actually, it seems like a decent combination. If we favourite muffle combined with invisibility for stealth approach, and then with conjuration, maybe bound bow. We'll go into sneak mode and shoot an arrow in the back of our enemy's head to get the one-upmanship on them. Of course, that means we can't use our candlelight because it will stick out like a sore thumb. Right, let's give it a blast, shall we? Starting with invisibility, which we'll cast. Or maybe not. That'll do. I don't know how long it'll last for, but we'll persevere. Muffle. And then we'll bind the bow. I'm going to sneak. And there we go. We're now a stealth hunter. So this is just a way for us to experiment with our new spells. Also, maybe look at an alternative approach to taking taking down our enemies for a bit of variety, rather than the fireball in the face all the time, although it's very, very, very successful. It's nice to be able to try a different approach every now and again.
Leave this place.
It appears you can see me. Oh.
Leave. Leave.
Even I can see me.
Leave.
I think it's because I used I picked up some items and that might have fueled my invisibility. Right, okay. Elwynn's first attempt at sneaking failed quite miserably. Before the Ages of Man by Icantar of Shimmerine. Timeline Series Volume 1. Is this something pertinent to this place? Some kind of a timeline. We'll read that in our own time. Leave this place. Yes, as if I'm going to listen to you, buddy. Oh, look, I see the ghostly apparition. I better leave. Better open this door. I don't know about anything else. See if we can get it open. Now, there'll be a way to do this. That opens that. How about this? Excellent. Look at that. What kind of puzzle's that? Right in one. Right in one go. Now we also have other spells which I don't have on here. For instance, we have Detect Life or Detect Undead, another spell which I could make more use of, I suppose. Oh, Detect Dead, there you go. Isn't there a Detect Life as well? Oh, there is. I've got them quick spelled. Just to see if there's anything. Oh, you just press and hold. Oh. Ah, so muffle first and then invisibility second. Ah, I see. If you cast a spell or fire, I think it removes invisibility. I see. So if you pull this chain, for instance. Oh, that's rubbish. Every time you do an action or summon cast a spell or fire a thing, it reveals you. It's a bit poor, isn't it? Oh, blimey neck. Right, here. Oh, oh, there's it. There's a trap here. There's a disarm it. Is that the trap or the chest? Forget it. I'll just chance it with a trap. Gotcha. Whoa, that's quite spooky. Ooh, we have twin doors here. Twin doors. Let's just get our spells on again. Come on. Detect dead, detect life, detect something. I have a live person in there. Okay, so I have somebody alive in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now practice my stealth approach technique. Oh, maybe it's just that guy again. Well, that's no bloody use, is it? I think I'll just use. I think muffle is a bit.
Mortal fool. No.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is a part where I start to usually run away in fear and Belina takes over. Now I'm forced to do it myself, am I? Right, well, we're blowing back just in case he gets a bit too close. Paralyze might be a good start.
Hide from the dead. I still sense your presence.
Holy cow, he is not dying. Right. I think I've angered him. Conjuration, let me just take a deep breath. There's no need to panic here. I need something less mana sapping. Conjure Glacies, perhaps? Yes, Glacie should do the job. Really, you think that pathetic weak fire spell's gonna do anything? If he was a slightly more apt mage, I might be in trouble here. Do I have Iron Flesh? Oh, he's dead. Big style. Filter of the Phantom. So he's not actually a dead person. He's just used some kind of a potion. That's a mystery solved. To be perfectly honest with you folks, I think I prefer Marina being present. Filter of the Phantom. And a journal, which will no doubt explain everything. I set up camp inside the barrow. This is to be the place. According to all of my research, the burial chamber should be located here. All I need is some time undisturbed to find the claw. It must be hidden here somewhere. A few days later, had a close call today with that fool Wilhelm. He came close to entering the barrow, but I was able to scare him off by rattling some pottery shards in the bag. These people are far too superstitious for their own good. Gives me an idea. 3 days later, after a few failures, I've come up with a mixture that should do the trick. The glow is perfect. I should look exactly like one of the supposed spirits of the people of Iverstead. I believe he's haunting this barrow. I'm going to test it out tomorrow. Success! It worked better than I could have imagined. All I had to do was wander about the entrance to the barrow at night, wave my arms about. I had to stop myself from laughing aloud as they ran away. This should keep them at bay while I continue searching for the claw. And then for Starfire. Almost half a year has passed and no sign of the claw, any clues as to its whereabouts. This is becoming maddening. It has to be here. Can't risk hiring any assistance, so I'll have to continue alone. Sun's dusk. It isn't here. It can't be here. This isn't right. It must be the people of Iverstead. They must be up to my ruse. And they're toying with me. They want to find the burial chamber on their own and keep the riches for themselves. Evening Star. Why? Why are they tormenting me? Why not just destroy me? Who am I? My head is becoming clouded. I can't remember anything. I have to read my journal to remember my purpose. Am I a part of this tomb? Am I meant to guard it? What's becoming of me? And then he can't even write the date. First era 1050. They shall not take my treasure. They shall all pay dearly for their crimes. Any who set foot within these walls will taste my wrath, my power. I am the guardian of Shroud Hearth Barrow. All who oppose me will fall. Strong words. Weak performance. Loot, loot and plunder. Magic from the Sky. Now that's a book I don't recall I've read before. I'll take it. I have the firmament though. Right. Well, would you believe it? All done and dusted. Apart from this door here. Oh. Thank you. Ah, the claw for this he was talking about? Ah, I see. Now, it wasn't so long ago that I actually got a coral claw. Maybe that goes in here. I don't know. But I certainly don't have a claw to put into here. But who does? If I go back to Iverstead and give them Windhelm, that chap, or what if he's called Wilhelm or whatever he was called. If I give them his journal, Windelius, I was close. If I give him his journal, maybe they will be able to point me in the direction of the claw he's harping on about. So we'll go do that now. Oops. What the hell? Where am I? I'm lost. Oh yeah.